Yo, what's up? Uh, yeah, it's been a minute. I've been gone for a while. My last serious video, apart from a short I uploaded last June, was on Au- August 1st of 2023. Oh my god. Almost 2 years have gone by since my last video, and a lot of people have been wondering where I am or what I'm doing. I've made so many promises to return in one way or another, but in this video, I'm gonna explain why I'm probably not coming back. Probably. Now, this may seem surprising to some of you, being that I used to always be super motivated. I'm gonna make this kind of content. I'm gonna upload 15 times a day. I'm gonna do all this stuff to become a big YouTuber. But in reality, I think a lot of us kind of saw this coming, especially you guys on YouTube. I have a ton of notes that I'm reading from on another tab, so I apologize if like some of it may come across as like I'm reading from a script. I kind of am, but also not really. Also, excuse my bad speedrunning skills. Stemister recently got me into MCSR, so I've been playing a lot of that, and I can't find this shipwreck for the life of me, dude. Anyway, I guess let's just get into it. When I started YouTube, it was in the height of the pandemic, and I had recently graduated from high school. I'd always been interested in YouTube in one way or another, but I figured since the world was on fire, 2020 was the best time for me to actually try it. Fast forward a bit, and I was doing everything. Like, I really wanted to be a YouTuber. I started out with high pixel content because I liked Technoblade. I tried the beating Minecraft format where you coded a restriction and had to kill the Ender Dragon. I remember specifically that one time I beat it where every time a wither would spawn when I broke a block or something. I don't really remember a ton, but that was an interesting video. I was essentially like every other person trying to be a Minecraft YouTuber trapped indoors during the pandemic. I was determined to do anything I could to succeed because I was dead set on YouTube becoming my full-time job one day. But after a while, I started to notice something. The more I took YouTube seriously, the more it consumed my life. I was endlessly analyzing retention graphs, watching Mr. Beast interviews, asking YouTubers for advice. I was doing everything. I just wanted to do anything and everything I could to blow up my channel and get as many views as possible. I remember the countless nights laying awake in bed thinking that this whole thing was just a waste of time and that I was terrible at my job. But looking back, I think some of my old videos were just not very good. But it's not an exaggeration to say that I was obsessed with this dream of becoming a big Minecraft YouTuber. It was all I ever thought about. And before I knew it, a couple years ago, I tried a new format and got my first big spike in growth during the height of the 100 days trend. A lot of other scripted channels were seeing success, but I was able to twist that formula and I made the story as stupid as possible. It was borderline parody when you really think about it, and I love that aspect of being creative and making people laugh. But again, throughout this, something just felt off. I mean, I was having fun, right? There were parts that I liked, sure, but it was also just a giant grind, and the money was really inconsistent. I liked being creative. That was really cool. But there was also a lot of pressure on my videos to perform a certain way, because if they didn't, I couldn't pay the people working for me. And this really affected my drive to continue YouTube. If you've seen my last channel update video, I'm not looking to rehash points from that, but you might know where I'm going with this. At first, I just thought if I stuck it out and made videos that performed well, I'd grow so big it wouldn't matter. So instead of one video a month, I tried 2 videos a month thinking that my views were going to double magically and I was going to become a giant YouTuber, right? No, actually, that's not how it works. My views declined by a lot because I was just rushing them out, hoping they'd do as well as my other content. I was just making videos because I thought, oh, this is going to perform well, right? Without even thinking about it, really. Before I knew it, my childhood dream just became another 9 to 5. It became more about maintaining a certain amount of views per month and making sure I had enough money to make another 100 days video than it was about having fun and making whatever I wanted to. Even during the hiatus, even when I had YouTube on the back burner and my main focus was school, YouTube felt more and more like something I had to constantly force myself to do because I wanted to make it my job. It was as if my desire to become a professional YouTuber overshadowed the enjoyment I got out of content creation. I came to realize that being a professional YouTuber would mean I'd constantly focus on money instead of just making something I thought was cool. Now, this could just be a problem specific to small YouTubers like me, so I could be very wrong when I say this, but I really feel like if I was doing this full time, I'd just worry much more about the inconsistent money aspects instead of just being excited to work on another video. YouTube can be very feast or famine, even if you are really good at it. Now, I don't want this to become a video of another YouTuber complaining about the algorithm, and it's like, I'm doing the same thing that I did back in 2014. Why are my views going down? I don't understand. I think modern YouTube is actually really good. Nowadays, you can make a channel with 0 subscribers, and if the video is good enough, it'll actually pop off. That's not really something you could do back in the day, and I think that's really cool. But for me, I just don't see myself doing YouTube as a job when all I'm worried about is just maintaining that baseline of views. My 100 days videos were pretty time consuming and expensive, and I don't think that treating YouTube as a business is what I really want anymore. Now, this brings us to our second point. I don't normally like getting too personal on my channel, but since I'm already talking about quite a few things in my life, I guess this video is an exception. I'll tell you all one more thing. If you see my last channel update video, you'd know that I'm in college. And not only am I doing well, but I've been accepted into my dream school. Now, I'm not going to say what school, obviously, okay? I'm not going to dox myself, but I do think it's one of those things where if I just don't give my full attention to it, I'm not going to succeed at all. And I don't think I can reasonably continue making videos while also just being a student right now. I know I've said this before, but I've had so many incredible opportunities and experiences throughout my time as a YouTuber. I've met some of my childhood heroes. I've had big YouTubers say they actually like my videos. And I was even in the first MCC Rising, something I never dreamed I could ever get the chance to participate in, and I still fondly look back on all these years later. But let me be absolutely clear on one thing. I may be leaving YouTube, but I'm not deleting this channel. I'm not going to do that, okay? We're good. We clarified that. And hey, if I get an idea I want to try and I really have the time to do it, I might even upload again just for fun. I really have no idea. What I'm saying is just don't expect too much from my channel from now on. My next upload could be 3 days from now or 3 years from now, whatever I really feel like. Or I could just never upload again. I have no idea. Thank you to my viewers who have been loyal, watching all of my content. Thank you to my mentors who helped me learn the ropes of YouTube. And thank you to my friends who I have made so many of throughout the years. But most of all, thank you to the 2 people who freaking carried my channel on their backs, Ollie and Nebular. Thank you, Ollie, who was so patient helping me in our 12-hour recording sessions, sometimes even longer, and coding all of the custom items that you saw. Anytime you saw a second character in my videos or just saw a custom item that did something crazy, like those leggings that turn you invisible in 100 Days as a Ninja, or even that effect that lit me on fire during the day, which apparently was one of the hardest things he's ever had to code, that was Ollie. And thank you, Nebular, who has made 90% of the thumbnails on my channel. And yes, that includes all my 100 Days videos. I have no idea how the hell he makes his thumbnails look so good, and he's one of the hardest working people I know. If you're a content creator that needs a good thumbnail, Nebular gets my vouch. And now, ladies and gentlemen, this brings us to my final announcement. Look, I really didn't have to make this video. If I wanted to, I could have just left forever and never touched this channel again. But I don't think that's fair to you guys. And I don't think it's fair to the channel I've spent half a decade building. I think it would be really lame for me to just end everything with a dumb video like this when I've made all these promises that I'd be coming back in one way or another. So I'll give you all one last video. One last piece of content that I've been editing for over a year. One final arc of the Golem anime to end everything. Ladies and gentlemen, get ready for Creed Life. Now, disclaimer, Creed Life is not like my 100 Days videos, so please don't go into it expecting something like my 100 Days videos. It's not like those, okay? It's more akin to something you'd see on Lifesteal SMP, and I take a lot of inspiration from Rec Rap. And it's also the first unscripted video I've made in a very long time. I don't want to say too much because I really want to avoid spoilers, but the basic concept is that I'm on a limited life server with 11 other people, and if you want to survive, you have to kill someone different every day. It doesn't sound too crazy, but the way it played out is literally like an anime, and it's probably one of my favorite videos I've ever made. It's also the longest video I've ever made, at a whopping hour and 15 minutes. So you guys are going to be eating good. I have some teasers that you're all going to see really soon. I might honestly even post it today, depending on what I feel. So you guys are going to get 3 uploads today. And I also might do a reaction video afterwards, just explaining my strats and kind of like a behind the scenes thing for Creed Life, if that makes sense. So I don't know, maybe I'll do that. I might even make an anime opening for Creed Life too. That sounds really cool, but it just depends on the timeline. It's very possible that I don't do that because Creed Life is going to be up this Sunday. I don't think I mentioned that yet. It's going to be up this Sunday. I don't know what time, but you guys are going to see the premiere page open pretty soon. Once again, though, I'm really sorry it's taken me this long. I really wanted to have everything out by May 29th on my channel's 5-year anniversary, so it could be like a symbolic, hey, I'm going to end my channel the day I started it sort of thing. But in late April, literally a couple days before I was done with the entire edit, which I need to remind you took me a year to do, I was hit with one of the worst computer problems I've ever seen. Essentially, what was happening was when I was using my computer, it would just randomly turn off. Like just randomly turning off. And it was so bad because some of my parts were damaged and I need to bring it to like 2 different repair shops because no one could figure out what the hell was causing this problem. I was literally without a computer for like 3 months. Yeah, it was that bad. And I thought on multiple occasions I had just lost the entire edit because my PC had to be wiped. So it's like it was such a crazy situation. OneDrive actually ended up being the savior for me. So that's why you guys are going to see Creed Life. But yeah, the whole situation is taken care of now. Creed Life is done and uploaded, so unless YouTube either catches on fire or goes bankrupt tomorrow, we should be fine. But getting back to Creed Life, I don't really care how many views it gets or how much money it makes. I actually probably won't make any money at all. My channel went below the 4,000 watch hour requirement a month ago. So unless Creed Life somehow pops off in the algorithm and I can just reapply for partner in time, it might be GG's. But jokes aside, I mean, I really don't care that much. I mean, I've made the best possible video I can with Creed Life, and I feel like it's a pretty good farewell to this channel. But hey, if it flops, the best part about not being a professional YouTuber is that it does not affect me in the slightest. But okay, watch Creed Life, please. Please watch Creed Life. It's a good video, I promise. Please, so just watch Creed Life.